A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to live final round coverage from the SK Network Seoul Economic Women's Classic here on the beautiful paradise island of Jeju. We're at the Pinks Golf Club this week, and through 9 holes in the final round, it still is anyone's championship. Lee So-mi battling resiliently after a couple of mid-front 9 bogeys, rallying with 3 straight birdies to sit at 15 under par. One shot clear of Jung-eun Lee 6, Park Hyun-kyung and Yoo Hae-ran a couple shots back, including Lee Ga-young in that group at 13 under par. Kim Soo-ji hasn't been able to get much going today. She sits at 12 under with Jung Yoon-ji a further shot back. Timothy Loh here. So glad you could join us for what should be a cracking back 9 at this, the 28th event of the KLPGA Tour season. 102 professionals descended on Jeju Island at the start of the week. The cut came on Friday evening at 1 over par. 63 players, including the defending champion Kim Hyo-ju, making the weekend stages. Unfortunately, we lost Hyo-ju due to an injury withdrawal yesterday, so Cho Yeon-woo propping up the pile in 62nd right now. But these are the groups that will contain the golfers that challenge for this championship. Han Jin-seon fading on Sunday once again, but Hwang Yi-na, I'll tell you what, the 28-year-old who turns 29 on Tuesday, she's played herself right into the picture here. Bae So-hyun had a struggle yesterday. She's 1 under par for this final round. Lee Ae-won, the rookie sensation, and Park Ji-young rounding out that group. Jung Yoon-ji continuing to play some fantastic golf. She's alongside Kim Min-ju and Park Jae-yoon. Park Hyun-kyung looking to get on the board for the first time this year. She's with Kim Soo-ji, already a 2-time winner, and Lee Ga-young, who finally got across the line a month ago. But it's Yoo Hae-ran, Jung-eun Lee 6, chasing Lee So-mi in the final group this afternoon. The weather, as it's been all week long, has been fantastic on Jeju Island. It's a cool 23 degrees Celsius, not too much humidity, and more surprisingly, not too much breeze. It never really materialized at the Pinks Golf Course, which traditionally has been rather breezy this time of year. It's a 27-hole property designed by Theodore Robinson, and that's what they're playing for this week. An 800 million Korean won prize pot with 144 million going to the lady who will leave Jeju Island with the championship trophy and the 28th title of the season. We're using the East and West courses here at Pinks this week. There is the North course as well, not in our rotation, but it has offered plenty of birdies for these players. Lee So-mi, she's only made 2 pars on her front 9, but more importantly, that 1-stroke overnight lead has been preserved as she looks to hunt down a 6th KLPGA title and a 1st of 2022. Lee 6, the former Rookie of the Year on the KLPGA and the LPGA Tours, has been in the doldrums lately. Has only had 1 top 10 finish since February. That's not what you would have expected from a lady who once reached 5th in the Rolex Women's World Golf Rankings after her 2019 U.S. Women's Open triumph. Yang Hyo-jin going the best of the amateurs this week, making a great show of herself. She's 4 under for this final round and 5 under for the tournament, just inside of the top 20. It should be an absolutely cracking finish. And don't forget, you've got ladies not only playing for that top prize and a tour title, trying to secure their playing rights for 2023. Top 60 on the money list at the end of the season will have the ability to tee it up once again on the KLPGA Tour in 2023, and more importantly, avoid dreaded Q School. So for someone like a Hwang Ye-na, who's 99th on the money list, every dollar counts with just 4 events to go after the conclusion of play this week. Let's head out to the golf course in Park Hyun-kyung. This was a couple of moments ago for a birdie at the 10th. Did drop a shot early doors on the 4th, but birdies at 8, and then this at 10 took Park Hyun-kyung to within 2 shots of Lee So-mi's lead. So-mi in the final group for the 2nd day in a row. Park Min-ji, there really hasn't been her week. 5 wins already this year, including 2 major titles. The final hole of this championship. Minji. Just one too many errant shots from the now 13-time KLPGA Tour winner. This is the lady who's chasing her down the money list this year. Suji just crossed the 1 billion single season earnings mark last week with a runner-up finish outside of Pyeongchang at the Wii Mix Championship. But, well, only one birdie in this final round. No drop shots for Suji. Just waiting for that spark from her. So very capable of reeling off birdies in bunches. Seen that a number of times through the year. But the last, Lim Hee-jung. So it's been a frustrating week for the Korean Women's Open champion, but putting together a very nice final round. 4 under on the day, chance to end her week with a 67 if this one goes. It's not going to. It's at the tournament scoring record for the Korean Women's Open with her brilliant victory at Rainbow Hills earlier this year for her second major title. It's not to be another one this week, but Lee Ga-young very much in the conversation. This putt at the 10th to pull her within 1 of Lee So-mi. Got it. It's got the pace, it's got the line, and it's gotten Lee Ga-young to 14 under par. It's a 5th birdie of the final round, and remember, she waited 74 events before finally going into the winner's circle at the Dongbu Construction Korea Championship about a month ago. And it'd be brilliant if she got a second title this week. Hee-jung ends her week with a 68 performance for Lim Hee-jung, who at the moment shares 14th place. Will continue to pad that impressive 700+ million won haul from the season already. Suji leads the points race. Minji, the money list. And Yeon, the rookie of the year points race with 4 events to go. 5 if you count this week's final trip to Jeju. But Suji only 200 million won behind Minji, and with the opportunity to make some inroads, that money list title still very much up in the air. We peer down the 10th fairway to find the final threesome of the day. It's played under its par all week long, the 497-meter 10th. It's only yielded 13 birdies today, though. So-mi opened her day with a birdie. It just went a little wobbly through the middle section, dropped 3 shots in her next 5, and then has rallied back beautifully. 3 birdies in a row and a nice angle to attack this right hole location. Got to be just past it. There's a little shoulder about 6 feet short that kicks everything left. Oh, that's well left for Lee So-mi. Just tugged. It's not a difficult chip shot from over the back of the green. It's certainly going to be a tough ask to make it 4 birdies in a row. At least 6. Started her year with 3 straight top 10 finishes. That came in the LPGA's Asian swing. And then really just couldn't get anything going through the middle part of the season or through the rest of the season, barring a 4th place finish at the Kroger City Classic about 6 weeks ago. Second week back home for Jung-eun Lee 6. Non-factor 70th place finish last week at the LPGA Tour's visit to Oak Valley. It's a good yardage here. 4-1 for Lee 6, just 99 meters. He trails by 1. over a touch. Looks as befuddled as Lee So-mi. Iran. Pair of birdies and a double on her front nine adventures of 36. She's last to play, and she's just seen her two playing partners go sailing through the green here. Again, I don't think there's too much breeze out there, if any at all. What the doctor ordered for you, Iran. Excellent shot. And this year's Nixon St. Nine Masters champion. To the 11th and Park Hyun-kyung. Just smack dab in the middle of the green, 20 paces from the front, just up a slight tier. Very spicy bounce. I don't think it's going to worm its way off the slope. That's going to be a testy one for Hyun-kyung. You see certain spots in these fairways are quite soft and soggy. You don't really get much run out. Some of these greens are just bone dry. Wild, squirrely tee shot into the left rough for Lee Ka-young. As firm as these greens are bouncing, I think she just has to carry the front edge of the green. It should bounce up. But still, that one's going to go releasing through the back. These are an awkward little pitch over a mound that guards the back of this green. Prime position to attack here, though. Middle of the fairway should be more than a 9-iron for Suji. Wedge from 103. That one just dug its heels in a little quick, and it's gonna feed back down that slope to the lower section. It's not bad, but it could have been so much better. Now, Minji to end the week on a high note. She was bogey-free, 3 under par, standing on the 10th tee Thursday, and we thought we were going to be in for another masterclass. Just hasn't quite panned out for her. 74 on Saturday and a 72 today. Leave her 2 under par, languishing outside the top 30. Back to 10. So it's a good lie here. Standard chip shot. Get a bit of shaft lean, try to scuttle one in low. Wow. Oh. That close to 4 in a row for Lee So-mi. So it's only going to be a par. One of So-mi's 2 wins back in 2021 did come on Jeju Island at Sky Hill, about 15 minutes drive away. It wasn't going to be far off. Excellent technique, good effort. The best finish of the season has also come on the island. Runner-up finished to Jang Soo-yeon in the season opener, defense of her title. Now V6, a bit of a line read off So-mi. He knows it just wants to move right at the end. Always tricky putting through shadows. Tough to get your depth perception worked out. On the low side as well. Jungwon Lee 6. Free 67 yesterday. Under par so far on Sunday with a drop shot at 6. Now Ka-young, it's awkward. nestled up against the collar of rough. Got to throw this left under the fringe. All feet right and downhill once it hits the green. That is magnificently judged from Lee Ga-young. Takes a lot of creativity to be able to visualize a line from a spot like that, but Ga-young's done pretty well. Run, the 10th. This is to really keep things close amongst the top couple of players on the leaderboard. Should be just on the right lip, if anything, for Heyran. He's looked shaky over putts of this length this week. Tee to green. It's been a real masterclass from the 5-time Tour champion. She's held her fair share of 20-footers, but it's right around this 6 to 10-foot range. She does give up a lot of opportunities. Can't afford to let this one slip. Not going to. Birdie, round 9 and 10. Yu Hei-ran moves within one of Lee So-mi. Suji. Awkward one because you are putting uphill. It's going to be quick the last 6 feet, but you're also putting downwind, as that fluttering flag indicates. Well done. Greens start to get slippery and the breeze gets up. You really have to start factoring in the wind's effect on the golf ball as well. I mean, that little white pill is only a couple of ounces. On quick surfaces with not much friction. You'd be surprised if you're playing in blustery conditions to see balls breaking uphill. Conversely, Hyun-kyung putting downhill but into that what looks to be stiffening breeze. Make good contact here. Also going to spend about 7 feet wobbling through some of this fringe. Pretty good. There's always going to be a bit of a tall order to try and hold it from that spot. Final group of the day, and a good-sized crowd have gathered round the 11th tee. So-mi, as she was at the beginning of the day, leads by 1. If you see that one eagle recorded, that was from Lee So-young about an hour ago, holding out her second shot. So-young currently 2 under for the day and 7 under for the tournament. She's done all week. Splits the middle. Quickly up to the green. And Park Hyun-kyung to clean up for a 4. Yep, well done. 2 back for Hyun-kyung. Only player on the KLPGA Tour who has never missed a cut this year. It's quite the testament to her consistency. Now So-mi, championship leader, looking out right here. Flatten a little running draw. A little extra yardage. She has done that magnificently. Now, Lee 6, a player who really you should feel well, should feel that she should be a two-time major champion at this point. Remember, had that huge lead going to the final round of the Evian Championship last year. And self-destructed, ended up in a playoff with Minji Lee, a playoff she lost. Just hasn't quite been the same since. She's got major game. We all know that. We've seen it in action. But just hangs on to the left edge of this 11th fairway. And they set off in pursuit of Lee So-mi, who slept on the lead, took it into the weekend, took a one-shot lead into today, and continues to enjoy a one-shot lead as she looks to etch her name on the SK Network Seoul Economic Women's Classic Trophy. There's a talented cast of contenders eager for a script change. Welcome to Sunday action from Jeju Island. So glad you could join us on the KLPGA Tour. Just saw that slightly down breeze here. appear to be having some technical difficulties. Just do stay with us while we rectify the situation. We'll return to Jeju Island in just a moment. Back up and running, and so me, thankfully, just pin high there on the 11th. Hyun-kyo. Way back into 12. Pins cut tight to the front right track. Just err on the side of caution. A little bit left here is okay. Yeah, smart shot there for Hyun-kyo. He's the second best putter on tour. Really scared the hole with that effort. Now return to 11 and Heyran. Dialed in with the distances this week. Case in point right there. Bang on the money yardage wise. Gives herself a little slippery one though. It's going to grab her attention. Tour titles, including 2 majors in 2018, Hanwha Classic and the KB Financial Group Star Championship. In Gion at Blackstone, the last time she's lifted the trophy on home soil. It's an 8 iron from 129, just looking a touch right. Slope, not quite gonna make it. Just like Suji before her, is gonna have that rather slow putt for a birdie. Young, a bit closer than Hyun-kyo. Throws it straight at the pin. A brave shot for Lee Ga-young. She's going to have that to get to 15 under par. Got to 14. Wang Ye-na, mentioned earlier, 99th on the money list. Needs a good result this week. And she needs a couple of more shots like that. That is spectacular. She's 5 under par for this final round, with a chance to get to 6 under and into a share of 7th. Remember, 800 million won prize purse up for dispersion this week. And a 7th place finish is going to equal about 24 million won. It's not going to get in the top 60, but it certainly will help her cause. Away here, I think it'd be at least 6 from the bottom level of this 2-tiered green. Indeed it is. You know what this one does? Slow, just has to turn a little downhill as it crests that ridge. But you'd expect to make only for every 20 times. Not a difficult one to two-putt, though. Just got to press that slope with a bit of pace, and it should snuggle up close. Good effort. That's what you want to see, really. Give it a chance. Give enough speed. It's the old quote. 100% of putts left short don't go in. Hyun Kyung on 12 with this left to righter to get to 14 under.
Nice.
Oh, nice indeed. Park Hyun Kyung makes it a quartet of chasers at that 14 under par mark. Somi has this to stretch the lead. Bit of movement from right to left. As far as speed goes, it's not one she's got to exercise too much caution with. Fairly flat, maybe just a touch downhill. It's perfect. It's perfect for Lee So-mi, who's now made 6 birdies, or 5 birdies today. Could have easily been 5 in a row. You think about how close that chip shot was to going in back on 10. Poured that one in with perfect pace, and So-mi now extends her lead to 2 for the moment as she hits 16 under par. Unbeknownst to Lee Ka-young, this isn't to share the lead, this is to stay 1 shot behind. It's a tricky read, this, because it looks so innocuous. Straight, naked eye. You want to see this as maybe a left inside putt, maybe a left edge putt. I think this actually moves at least a ball and a half to the right. Just that influence off the bunker slope is going to work this ball towards the front of the green. Unless it is for birdie. She read it beautifully. The canning putts at the right time. What a display of putting prowess from these ladies. Ka-young with the 5th birdie of the afternoon. She trims the lead to 1. Heyron back at 11 to join Ka-young at 15 under. Just going to get this one started. That's what I was talking about. Just putts of that range. Doesn't seem to make her fair share of them. They can be very costly at the end of play Sunday. Now, Yena for a birdie to tie Jung Yun-ji in a share of 7th. Oh, and she tried to ram that one in. But, every golfer's been there. You hit a great shot, you try and jam one in with speed, you leave yourself a 5-foot comebacker. Everyone's thought about it. Why, oh why did I hit that putt so hard? Well, let's have a look at this interesting par 4 12. It's 379 meters, but it does play shorter than that due to the elevated tee up from about 20 meters above the level of the fairway. And the road sort of slides round from left to right around this track. If you do take on this bunker and you manage to carry it, there is a big downhill slope that shoots the ball forward as it continues to run downhill towards the green, and that's a huge advantage for the bigger hitters. You can't just lay it up to the left like Hyun Kyung and Ka-young did. Try and make your second shot the conventional way. We did see a 310-meter drive from Kim Soo-ji yesterday. But the green today, or the pin today I should say, from right corner, 9 from the front is 5 from the right. in a low section of the green. You see from that heat map, everything slopes from back to front. So really want to be coming out of the left half of the fairway if you do choose to spot your tee shot at the top of the hill. Give yourself an opportunity to attack. Sony, great tee shot yesterday. Just left edge of the bunker. Do get a bit of run downhill. There it goes. Keep on running. He's driven the ball very nicely over the weekend, Sony. Sure, we're going to see her challenge that fairway bunker. Where her feet were aiming. Pitch is unlucky. That's pitched straight into an upslope. Not got any run on it. So it'll be a lengthy approach to the green for Iran. 6. First finish of the year, that 4th place. Queen City Championship and also a 4th place finish in Singapore early in the year, the HSBC Women's World Championship. Turning over as well. Hasn't had a top 45 finish since the AIG Women's Open. Back in July. But she's in amongst it this week on Jeju Island. Jung-Eun Lee 6. Lee So-Mi's fantastic putting display continues. She hits 16 under par. Ga Young 5 under for the day and only 1 shot back. shorter. See where Somi is, a good 30 yards in front of her. Plenty of back. She did hit that beautiful sort of high floaty cut 5 into 17 yesterday en route to a birdie. Similar shot required on 12 on Sunday. This one started just right at the flagstick. And it stays just right at the flagstick. Beautiful shot from the former US Women's Open champion. Slightly below her feet, perhaps. Yeah, just a smidge. 7-9, looking out left. That's a good, smart shot here. Just below your feet, tends to want to cut a bit. Still wasn't enough left for Heyron. It looks like an awkward bunker shot, but it's not too bad there. Hyun Kyung with her favorite club in hand. She channeled what she did 24 hours ago. Oh, unlucky. Just pitched on that steep bank and it shot that ball right, but pretty good for Hyun Kyung. Birdie this hole every single day. Somi. Expect her to get this one within 10 feet at least. It's only a wedge. Got the lead by 1. Well, how about 3 feet? She's really just thrown the gauntlet down, hasn't she, Lee So-mi? Her play over the last 90 minutes. All but guarantees herself the 6th birdie of the afternoon at 12. Suji on the 13th. It's a good spot to be, right edge of this fairway with this back left pin. Just sets up so nicely for her stock shot. 7-iron from 144. I think she's hung that out to dry. Yeah. Poor swing from Suji. And now a cross-country birdie putt awaits. A lady who's already tasted victory twice this season. Gaya. Terrible angle. Lies okay in the left rough, but she'll have to look a little bit long and right. Just carries it onto the green. Well, you'd rather have that than Suji's putt, I can guarantee you. Hey, Ron, just want to dump this onto the fringe. Everything's going to release onto the hole. Don't need to get too cute with this. Just the chunk and run will do. And, well, she tried to get cute with it. But flick it close with a bit of spin. Caught too much sand, and well, this could be really costly with So-mi in close and not showing any signs of slowing down. Yeah, first look of the afternoon at Kim Min-joo. Enjoying a solid rookie campaign on the KLPGA. It could get better. Lovely there from Min-joo. Opened so solidly in that 67, but a 74 on Friday really hurt her chances. Got back into it the 66 yesterday. Well, she's one over the card today. An important putt for Heyron. Made some great saves from the sand on the back nine yesterday to keep herself in the tournament. She needs another here. And she's not going to do it this time, so it could be a very expensive mistake for Yuhei Ran. She's going to drop back to 13 under par. You see the marker of Lee So-mi very near her left foot. So-mi has that to get to 17 under. And all of a sudden, Yuhei Ran could find herself 4 shots back with only 6 holes to play. And Suji. Anything inside of 3 feet. Long putt up over that mound, and it tries to turn to the left and straighten out as it gets there. Pretty well read, pretty well judged. Six. Kind of similar-ish feel to Guy Young's putt, although this one, visually more obvious that it wants to go right. Ever so slightly downhill as well. I feel at this stage in the tournament, putts like these have to go. It's a birdie contest right now. Oh, it had a peek in, didn't it? But unfortunately for Lee 6, it's only going to be a par. And of the 3 players in this final group, she's made the fewest number of mistakes with only 1 drop shot, but she's also made the fewest number of birdies, only with 2. Game of inches, golf. Just an ounce less pace in that one might have dropped. Up to 13, and Guy Young with this left to right putt. Just coming over that little crest. The higher up you take it, the more speed it's going to carry coming down towards the cup. I won't be disappointed with a 4 here after tee shot left her with no angle. But So-mi with a clear chance to double her lead. After a brilliant second shot, Lee So-mi's birdie run continues. 5 in the last 6. Moves 2 clear of Lee Guy Young with 6 to play on Sunday afternoon. And for players like Park Hyun-kyo, it's now or never. I just don't see Lee So-mi slipping back. She needed a whole lot more pace with that one. A tentative effort from Hyun-kyo. Guy Young said after her win at the Korea Championship, was it a fortnight ago, that it's just taken so much pressure off. It's that relief. When are you going to finally get your first win? When are you going to finally live up to your potential? I've always been able to freewheel it lately. Just stay 2 back of So-mi. Oh no. She needed to freewheel that putt because that was a very poor stroke. Was more hopeful than anything. A 3-putt bogey. That's going to make Lee So-mi's life even easier because without doing much, she's now got a 3-shot lead. She takes to this 13th tee. She knows it. No leaderboard out there on 13. Big fairway bunker up the right, her target. just running through. Okay, rather be in the right rough than the left to today's pin position. 3 shots to the good. In search of a 6th tour title. Lee 6 already with that many wins and a major championship to boot. Is there anyone who can catch Somi? That one's pulled. That's nestled down a fraction for Lee 6. Scarcely believe this young lady's just 21 years of age, already 5 times a winner on tour. 1 point reached 16th in the Rolex Women's World Golf Rankings. Sky really is the limit for Yu Hei Ran, and the only player in this group to find the fairway at 13. Yun Kyung just saw Ga Young miss from a similar range. Don't think we're going to see 2 for 2 on this hole. Yep. No mistakes for Park Hyun Kyung, one of a trio of chasers. 3 back of Somi's 17 under par pace. Now go up to Jung Yoon Ji for a birdie at 14. Slight downhiller. To 2 under for the round, and well, after an opening bogey, that's the 3rd birdie of this final round. Climbs to 12 under alongside Suji in a tie for 6th. So Lee So-mi has thrown the gauntlet down. 5 birdies in 6 holes. All of a sudden, the lead is 3. shot this is. E6, gotta do the smart thing, just look towards the back edge of the green. Don't challenge that bunker unnecessarily. Intelligent stuff from Lee 6. Certainly a slightly simpler putt than Lee Ga-young's. To 14. Kyung. Just in the front of this picturesque par 3 green. You can really get some altitude on these hybrid clubs. It's about 163, you feel. Well done. Someone's going to make a run. At least so me, that's just going to be a cruise home to the safety of the clubhouse and a 6th win. Unfortunately, Somi's not giving them much of a sniff at this point. Just in the rough, but not too troublesome. Just left edge of that comfort station behind the green would be a good start line for Somi's 8-iron. Slightly above her feet will promote a slight draw. Not putting a foot wrong. Lee Somi thinking clearly, swinging well, and leading by 3. As Ga-young bounced back after that 3 putt. Not going to shy away from this target. It's on a tremendous line. It's an excellent result. 3 brilliant tee shots. The ladies in this group. Birdie looks upcoming. Brilliant cast of winners already this season. Jang Soo-yeon got us underway at Sky Hill with her win at the Lotte Rent-A-Car Ladies Open. Park Ji-young and Yoo Hae-ran to follow that, the first major championship of the year. It was former U.S. Women's Open champion Kim Ae-lim who triumphed at Il-dong Lakes. Then the turn of Cho Ah-yeon returned to the winner's circle at the Kyochon Honey Ladies Open at Kingsdale. Then Park Min-ji returned to winning ways, defended her NH Ladies Championship title at Suwon. Hong Jung-min, the triumph at the match play, her breakthrough KLPGA Tour crown. Then Jung Yoon-ji stepped into the winner's circle for the first time after a 5-hole playoff saw her claim the E1 Charity Open title. Sung Yoo-jin, best of the field at Bears Best in Cheongna for the Lotte Open. Then Min-ji made it 2 wins at the Celtrion Queens. Lim Hee-jung with that record-setting 6-stroke victory at the Korean Women's Open at Rainbow Hills. Min-ji collected a 3rd title at Fortune Hills at the BC Card Han-kyung Ladies Cup. Then Im Jin-hee made it her 2nd tour title at the Macomb Mono Park Ladies Open before Ga-eun and Ina lifted trophies. Then Cho Ah-yeon picked up her 2nd win of the year, the first ever Hoban Seoul Women's Classic. Ji-han Seoul outlasted Choi Ye-rim at the Jeju Samdasu Masters before Lee So-young made it a 6th win at the Daewoo MBN Ladies Open. Han Jin-seon broke through at high 1 before Hong Ji-won shocked the world and survived Jade Palace to claim the major title that is the Hanwha Classic. Hwang Jung-mi beat Kim Soo-ji in a playoff at the KGE Daily Ladies Open. Park Min-ji with a 2nd major title at Incheon at Blackstone before Soo-ji completed back-to-back wins at Serenity Country Club and Bears Best before Park Min-ji lifted her 3rd major championship and 5th win of the year at the Hype Jinro. Lee Ga-young again winner at Iksan before Yu Hyo-ju got into the winners club with her win at the inaugural Wii Mixed Championship. Lee 6, well, 4 years removed from her last win on home soil, with this outside chance for about 35 feet at the 13th. That's got the legs. Just running out of steam. Kyung for birdie at 14. A much more positive effort. Is it going to be commiserations once again for Hyun Kyung on Sunday afternoon? No cuts missed, but no trophies collected this season. Iran, good chance for birdie here. Aiming at E6's marker. Should just fall right at the end. But it doesn't. So solo fifth right now for Iran. That's about 32 million won. Anything can happen in golf. We've seen stranger things. We've seen crazier things in this game. Suji. Her only birdie today did come on a par 3 back at the 5th. Good look here, putting straight up the hill. Touch of movement to the left. That one stayed dead straight on her. But it's been unusually cold for Kim in this final round. That's only a par for Hyun Kyung. And a matching one for Kim Soo-ji. Hasn't done anything wrong on Sunday, but just hasn't done much in general. This lady certainly has. So me for an unprecedented 7th birdie of the day. Gently downhill, just wandering right as it approaches the cup. Oh, wasn't far off. Good effort. And the par keeps the lead at 3. Got to capitalize after a tee shot like that. She's already seen Hyun Kyung's ball trundle past the hole on a similar line, so she knows what this does. And she cans it. Guy Young back on the birdie trail and back within 2 of Lee So-mi, trying to keep things interesting for us. 6, just looking to brush this one in to remain at 14 under. Yep. No problems. Will Somi be caught? You just look at the season that Park Hyun Kyung has had. It's been a remarkable display of consistency. 22 years of age, 2-time winner, 15th on the money list. 24 events played, 24 cuts made. Over 430 million won cashed for Hyun Kyung this season, but it's the win that she wants. 14th hole on the west course at Pink's, 166 meters in that creek. Not going to be a problem for these ladies. The front bunker on the right hand side might be just slightly elevated, and the pin that they cut in a narrow front section. It's smack in the middle of the green. It's 10 from the front and 7 from the right. Ideally pin high left, just short of the hole, leaves you the best putt to have for birdie. You can see the little graphic in the bottom left of your screen. That's where Mount Halla is. Traditionally, everything breaks away from the highest point around the golf course. Mount Halla, the highest point in all of South Korea. So just underneath the hole, maybe a touch left. That's where you want to be putting from. All three players in this group making deuces on this hole yesterday. Lee 6 and Heyron in the penultimate group, matching each other 2 for 2, and Somi in the final group produced a brilliant tee shot and rolled in about a 7-footer for a birdie of her own. The tail of the tape for Jung-Un Lee 6. Been pretty good tee to green. Just one drop shot at the par 4 6th. Across to the 15th as they figure out their plans at the par 3, and Lee Ga-young. Pins in the left half of this tabletop green, so you really want to be down the right-hand side of that fairway. See that big bunker in the distance? It sort of splits the fairway in two. Ga-young got to look at the right edge of that bunker. It's a good start line. Kill. Best finish of the year, runner-up at the Diawenia MBN Ladies Open. Did come third on our last trip to the island of Jeju at the Samdasu Masters. Currently running in a share of third at the moment. Somi, her first crack at the par 3 14. Should be a comfortable 6-iron for her here. That's another dart at the flag. Brilliant from Lee So-mi, leading a tournament by 2. We'll be grateful. Quite a number of these pins are cut smack in the middle of these greens. Lee 6. He's probably just caught between a 6 and a 7 here. Usually in contention, got a little bit more adrenaline flowing through your system. Heart's pumping a little quicker. You tend to get a couple of extra yards out of your full swing, so maybe just step on the 7 here. Again, easier putt to have from underneath this hole. It's a 6-iron. Preset drill. Make sure she gets her hand set in the right spot, but this one well out to the right, and it's a pretty big miss and an inopportune time. Jung-Un Lee 6. Just want to put that image out of your head. Lee 6 just did. You can see how wide the miss was when she's right of that greenside bunker. The ball striking has been imperious this week on the island. Same as well for Hayran, and ooh, is that just turning over a touch? It's okay. Pin high. Pretty good. So 2 birdie looks and a tricky little up and down for the 3 players coming up at the 14th. Yep, still there, Hayran. Don't you worry. Now to 17 and Wang Ye Na. 5 under par in this final round. Landed nice and soft. Brilliant shot into 17. And well, she could very much post the clubhouse target. It's not going to be enough. It's going to be a week that she can build on moving forward in her career. Remember, turns 29 years of age on Tuesday. Hyun Kyung. 139 left to this tucked pin position on 15. Able to get that one turning over. Importantly, the correct level, but look at the putt she's got. She's going to have to just ride the top of that cliff to have any thoughts of holding that putt. Just not hitting it close enough is Hyun Kyung. The challenge, her charge starting to wilt the pressure of this final round. Same cannot be said for Lee Ka-young, who's thrown everything but the kitchen sink at Lee So-mi so far on Sunday. Gotta be brave here, got to attack. Just caught in between clubs. You saw she was trying to feather that a little bit, but that is arguably the better spot to leave yourself, between long and short. At least you're putting from kind of the same level as the hole. Suji. The speed she generates at the bottom can put a lot of spin on this. Really, to get it close, you just got to land this perfectly on the apex of that hill. Kill all the momentum and have it trundle down to this pin. And just like that. Excellent from Kim Soo-ji. Could need that putter to start heating up. She's 5 back with only 4 to play. And Lee 6. Really poor tee shot here, but she's drawn an okay line. She's on an upslope, which is very helpful when you're trying to get quick elevation on this ball. Something that this shot desperately needs. A slow, soft flopper required for Jung-eun here. Well played. Not stone dead, but pretty good. Curious to see if she elects to take the path that some of her colleagues have. The likes of Cho Ah-yan and Jang Hana, play a bit in the LPGA Tour and then come home to Korea. It's a much more travel-friendly schedule. So trotting around South Korea. There's plenty of money to be made here as well. Total prize purse for the 2022 season, 31.5 billion won, with 32 events. You could do what Choi Hye-jin and Anna Rin have done this year, go to LPGA Tour Q Series, try and play a much more international schedule. It's very much all about options for these girls. Iran quite content to enjoy her time on the KLPGA Tour for now. She's been very successful since turning pro 3 years ago. This little right to left putt for birdie at 14 to take her to 14 under. That, well, not really the putt you want to leave yourself. Just psychologically, having these 4-footers for par, it's going to wear on you, which is only 21 years of age. It'll put grey hairs on your head pretty quickly. See the task there, that ridge just cutting through the middle of this green. Just going to have to ride the top of that ridge line, about 10 feet short. Just let that ball start to fall right towards the pin as it loses speed. It's a scary putt to hit. That one goes running on by. It's just such an intimidating putt because you know if you just close that club face so it loses pace so easily, can take the wrong side of that slope and start to look a bit silly. Somi, yet another birdie. The stress-free tap-in par, a championship leader's best friend on Sunday. And apart from that little blip through the middle of the front nine, Lee So-mi has really been in excellent form. That's only her 5th par of the afternoon. She's made more birdies than pars today. As your tournament leader, anything but dull. Ga Young ahead on 15. Gently downhill to start, then works its way up that little mound, then starts to move left as it approaches the hole. Just about getting the pace right here. Superb effort from Lee Ga Young. Is the main defense of this golf course, the slopey, undulating greens. It's rather generous off the tee, but you got to think your way around, Pinks. At least 6 for a solid up and down here to remain within touching distance. Should be a left edge putt for Jung-eun. Yeah, great up and down. Good save after a very poor tee shot. Still in with a shout. Suji pretty much has to run the table in hope at this point. Been the main culprit today. Club in her hand. Brilliant second shot, unable to capitalize. Suji will stay at 12 under. And I think it's just a little bit too far back with only 3 to go. Now, Heiran. Kind of like Suji, just has to try and birdie home and hope for the best. She needs some help from Somi, but she needs to hold this one first. That really is her Achilles heel. Just that range of putt. Only thing holding her back, really. Remember when she only had 2 putts to win the Next Sensate 9 Masters earlier this year, had about 6 feet and slammed it 4 feet past. Thankfully made the comeback and to win by 1. But Heiran, that could be the end of her charge today. The contender is starting to fall by the wayside. Hyun Kyung can't afford to miss this at 15. Oh, it took a little wobble about 2 feet out. Maybe that one just fling that ball offline. Well, we started Sunday with 8 players realistically in the mix to win this championship, but one by one the contenders are falling off Lee So-mi's torrid pace. Hyun Kyung now slipping to 13 under par. Could very well be a 3-horse race between Lee So-mi, Lee 6, and this lady, Lee Ka-young. Well, no mistakes this time from the Stableford champion. 2 shots back, 3 holes to play. Now, come on, pop this one in, Yena. Trying to get to 11 under. Huge money up for grabs. Hold your line. No. Well, that's 2 excellent birdie looks on the par 3s. This back 9, which have slipped by for Hwang Ye-na. There's only 1 top 10 in her KLPGA Tour career. Best finish this season, a 15th at the High One Resorts Ladies Open. Currently running in solo 8th. As your tournament leader takes to the 15th tee. Just right edge of that fairway bunker, the ideal start line. She's looking well right of it, and I don't blame her. You can really see why she does so well in breezy conditions. Not saying that we've got a gale this week at Pinks. That really flat, trappy ball flight. Very easy to control. Hardly ever see her missing wildly. One of the strengths of her game, Lee So-mi. For Lee 6, well, remember, she did hold out for an eagle too at the 6th hole Friday afternoon. Might need some magic like that over this closing 4-hole stretch if she wants to pressure the championship lead. Well, that sounded a little drop kicky. It's going to be fine. Let's have a look at the last of the 4 par 5s at Pinks Golf Club. The 515-meter 16th, not reachable for anyone in the field this week, despite the fact that the fairway sits slightly below the level of the tee, so you do get a little extra distance with your tee shots. The key off the tee is to try and keep it up the right-hand side, because as it sweeps around to the left, if you tug your tee shot slightly, those trees on the corner of the dogleg could be a bit of an issue. Those 2 bunkers aren't going to come into play. The key here, really the layup. Try and keep it up the left-hand side. The fairway kicks from left to right. But if you do venture into the right rough, you're going to have to tackle all of that little creek, or that penalty area short right of the green, especially with today's pin position that's cut on the highest plateau on this green, 26 from the front and just 5 from the right. To attack this pin, it's imperative that you keep it on the left-hand side. That certainly is a Sunday pin if you've ever seen one in professional golf. The narrowest portion of this clover-shaped green. So taking it up the right-hand side of the fairway gives you a better angle to that layup spot. On the tee with big stick. Oh, hand off the club. Hope that one's not left. It is. Oh, from the way those two are reacting, has it hit the cart path? That could be A huge mistake for Lee Ga-young. Fate of that ball still unknown. Still unsure where the tee shot of Lee Ga-young's gone. So Hyun Kyung gonna peg one away first. Yeah, that's more like it. Even though she's run through the fairway, it's no problem at all. Again, no one's going to be able to reach this green in two from 515 meters. So, provisional ball. Bet your house this one's going to hit the fairway. It's remarkable in golf the number of times you put an absolutely rank golf swing on one, and you have to reload and you just pure it down the middle. So the search party has been activated to try and locate the ball of Lee So-mi's closest pursuer at the 16th hole. Drop back to the 15th. Lee 6. Good spot in the middle of this fairway, but it's been a challenge to try and get close to this pin. But do exactly what Kim Soo-ji did. Pitch it right on the top of that ridge. Just hope it releases out to 6 iron for Jung-eun. Wilting in the heat of battle late Sunday afternoon. Lee So-mi looking more and more like the champion. Still has a couple of demanding holes to go. Definitely be looking long right here. No sense of taking on this pin. Exactly where she wanted to hit that. Good shot. So Ga-young in trouble at 16. Lee 6 in trouble at 15. Lee So-mi at 17 under par and safely on the par 4 green. Looking more and more like our champion this week, but still has to get it done. Can she get over the line? Well, we'll find out over the next hour or so here on the island of Jeju. Young.
어디로 왔어요, 정확히? 쳐서?
도로 맞고 좀
here.
튀었는데 좀 앞쪽으로 튄 것 같은데 정확히
Even
보지는
if they find this,
앞쪽으로요?
I don't think you want to find it because then that nullifies the provisional ball that she's hit. She'd have to go back to the tee or take a decision to either play that or take an unplayable with 2 club lengths. I mean, that could be game over for Lee Young at 16. Like at the 15th, Lee 6. And she's in an okay spot, just in the flat part of the bunker bed. Looks like that ball's just sitting down in an old rake groove mark, perhaps. Don't think she's going to be able to get too much spin on this. So it's a plop and run. Have to carry it just into the apex of that slope. Really tough ask. Perfect in sand saves this week, though. And that's why. It's a majestic shot. German Lee 6 landed it inch perfect there. So Hyun Kyo set to play her layup into the 16th. Yep, doing exactly what you got to do at this tough par 5. Now this might be the nail in the coffin of the chasing pack if this putt drops for Lee So-mi at the 15th hole. Again, not too difficult. Slightly downhill, moving to her left. Speed on these putts has been pretty good today. Yeah, it's going to keep on creeping closer. Should be a cast iron 4 for the tournament leader. So, Kai Young unable to locate her first tee shot within the 3-minute search window. So after the provisional ball, now we'll be hitting her 4th shot. If she can somehow make a second ball birdie, i.e. a bogey here on 16. Well, birdies on 17 and 18 would only leave her at 16 under. The championship very much in the hands of Lee So-mi at this stage. Ran after that 3-putt at 14 leaves her at 12 under. Has a chance to get that shot back immediately. Excellent second into this 15th. Story of the week for Heyran. Just can't capitalize. It's almost one of those situations where you kind of wish you hit it to 20 feet because you're not expecting to make those putts too often. You're not disappointed when you walk off the green with par, but when you're hitting it as good as Yuhei Ran is, to not squeeze and extract more out of your round, it can be a bitterly frustrating thing in the game of golf. Just a par. One stage in this final round, she was 14 under. She's not anymore. Every par made is like gold now for Lee So-mi, just checking off the holes one by one. Okay. 3 holes left to play. 3-shot lead. Guy Young completes the 16th. The only real tough hole left to play is the one that she faces next, that par 5, because as Guy Young's just shown, bogey, double, only one loose swing away. Great up and down for Lee 6 for the second hole in a row. Hanging on by a thread. Hyun Kyung up ahead. How close does she get it to this demanding pin position? Take all of her skill from 111. And that was a very poor shot. Wrong club, poor contact. That's a tricky little up and down from the low spot on the 16th green. Up and down from here to limit the damage on this 16th. It's a nice full number, but she's got to get it on that back plateau. Just about. Okay. You show me anything up the right hand side. Could even stray 10-15 yards into the rough and that'll be a-okay. Just don't challenge this dog leg. Real demanding tee shot the players face on the West course. Been safely negotiated by the tournament leader. Prime position now in the 16th. We have to say this is the lady who could still potentially affect the outcome of this seemingly inevitable result. She's got the game, the experience, and the moxie. 26-year-old Chung-eun Lee 6. Okay, part one of this equation done. Will there be a late twist in the tail here at Pink's Golf Club? Hyun Kyung not in the penalty area, but looks like from that practice swing, is she trying to bump this into the slope? It looks that way. The line must be pretty poor. Yeah. Well, I think the right shot there would have been to clear that with an open face, try and carry it a little bit further along, but clearly she saw something very different. At the last, in the left-hand side fairway trap, we find Hwang Ye-na. 61 left. There's a creek short. It was far back enough, she thought she'd get a hybrid on it. Oh, what a shot that is from Hwang Ye-na. Excellent. A birdie look to end the week at 11 under par. Her battle to crack the top 60 on the money list. Oh, Guy Young to drop just one at the 16th. Should just move a little right on her. double bogey at the 16th hole is going to effectively end the charge of Lee Ga-young this Sunday afternoon. Really disappointed. Played so well all throughout the day. A short putt missed on 13 and a loose driver swing on 16. Ultimately, the undoing of Ga-young's challenge this week. Kim Soo-ji. So playing for quite a bit of cash. Tries to get to 13 under, which right now is a share of third. And can't pass Minji this week for the money list title. She can certainly make inroads. That's the thing, she hasn't hit bad putts today. They just haven't been going in. It's another par. It's one of those days at the office, really. Doing everything quite well. I feel like you leave a bunch of shots out there. Hyun Kyung to salvage a par after a scrappy third shot. It was gestured like she thought that ball might have moved, or perhaps the little alignment line that she has on her pill wasn't aiming in the right spot. This is a par putt to stay in a two-way tie for third with her playing partner Lee Ga-young. That's nicely held. It's the old adage, no pictures on the scorecard. It's just going to read 5 for Hyun Kyung at the 16th. Back down the fairway, some 300 meters away. Lee 6, trying to leave herself a good number for her third. To go, but neither one of them able to reach the screen. And this is a good, sensible play from Lee So-mi here. She has a number in mind she wants for her third shot, so it looks to be a 5-iron. Let's take all the trouble out of play here. Make sure you hit that fairway so you maximize control with your third shot to the green. Great tactician, Lee So-mi. Thinks her way around the golf course beautifully. She's a hard woman to catch when she's out in front. Just doesn't beat herself. And here on, flirt it with the left edge of the fairway, but just far enough the trees aren't going to be a bother. It's also a 5-iron to leave it handy for her third shot. On the last big money putt for Hwang Ye-na. This is for a closing round of 66 to move into a share of 7th. Oh, has she hit it? No, she hasn't. Oh, frustration at the end for Hwang Ye-na. But a tremendous week for the 28-year-old. That's going to be her first top 10 of the year and only her second in her career. Apply any kind of pressure at all to Lee So-mi. This one's got to be within 10 feet for Lee 6 at the 16th. Got to keep the pressure on. Force So-mi to just tug that a fraction. Yeah, that's what happens. Just turn that club face over. It de-lofts the club, so it carries an extra 4 or 5 yards. It's a makeable chip that she's left herself, but she really would have liked better. Now to 17 and Lee Ka-young. Championship may be out of her grasp, but there's a fair hunk of change to play for. 24 million won difference between second and third. Ka-young 15th on the money list right now. And that's more like it. Excellent tee shot for Lee Ka-young. So-mi. It's the only glimmer of hope for Lee 6 as the tournament leader's got a slight hanging lie. The ball below her feet, and only you would feel as a pitching wedge here, maybe even a gap wedge. Is anything short left? That's fine. Give yourself a 20-foot putt. You take it. How about in the perfect spot for Lee So-mi? Brilliant stuff. To within 12 feet. She's giving herself another look at birdie. Up at the last. Lee Ye-won just coming off a bogey at 17. This her third to the 18th, running outside of the top 10 this week, and that one needs to settle down. Okay. Only 1 under par for this final round is Lee Ye-won. It's Lee So-mi who's got one hand on the trophy. She leads by 3. strokes up and down for Lee A1. Finishes just outside of the top 10. Final round of 71 for the 19-year-old who'll share 12th with Bae So Hyun. Hyun Kyung just missed the green with her tee shot on 17. Club face wide open here, be pitching on a downslope, so needs to get this up quickly to have it land soft and trickle out. Touch. Should be a relatively straightforward par 3 for Hyun Kyung. Run just off the green at 16, but not in the penalty area. Oh, caught that one very heavy. Inexcusable there for a top-level professional. Poor chip shot. She is spending some cash on this inward half. Yuhei Ran. Ga Young. What has been a very topsy-turvy day so far for her 7th birdie of the afternoon. Just running out of steam. Excuse me, she's already made 7 birdies. That would have been for her 8th. Just one too many mistakes today. The 25-year-old Lee Ga Young. 1 hole left to play. Lee 6. Pretty much play this with a fairly straight club. Just bump that ball up slightly in the stance to get a little bit more loft and expose the bounce a little. It's a makeable chip, this, and she's going to need to hole out to keep Lee So-mi honest. Gave it a good run, didn't she? Unfortunately, that's run 8 feet past. Good up and down for Hyun Kyung. The 71st hole. It's the par 4 18th to play. Here we find Jung Yun Ji. Now back at 11 under after a bogey at 16. One-handed follow through, not usually a good sign, but I think she'll take that in a hurry. A good miss, as my old coach would say. Yeah, cheeky smile. Not the shot she intended to play, but she'll happily accept that result. Now Heyran for her par at the 16th. With that bogey, she falls out of the top 5 for the first time this afternoon. Two over par for this final round. What we expected, the 5-time tour champion. So me, probably start thinking about the victory speech if this one drops. Probably her worst putt of the day. Never got it started online, but a par. Another hole checked off, 2 holes to go. 3-shot lead for now. Remember, Lee6 still with a little 7-8 footer coming back up the hill for a par. If this one doesn't go, it's going to be a 4-shot cushion for So-Mi. Nice up and down. Really good putt for Lee6. Preserves her slim chances. 2 holes to go, 3 shots to make up. At the home hole, Hyun Kyung. Two ladies who expected to be playing this hole with a chance. Unfortunately, Lee So-Mi has just been too good in this final round. Looked a little wobbly through 6. She hit the gas pedal on the turn and has never looked back. She leads by 3 on the 17th tee. Turn that over a touch. She makes a nice kick out of the fringe and leaves herself a 20-footer. $44 million Korean won payday up top for the champion, which is looking more and more like Lee So-Mi, the 23-year-old. That would push her to just under 600 million won for the year. Easily climb into the top 10 on the money list. This lady is going to do everything in her power to make her earn that. Gotta stick it close here, Lee6, just like she did 24 hours ago. It's a 5-iron yesterday, it's an 8-iron this time. Second time on a par 3, this back 9 just a little loose off the tee. She knows it's probably not going to be enough to topple Lee So-Mi. Struggled more on this back 9 out of all the contenders than the 21-year-old. The only player on the first 3 pages of the leaderboard over par for this back 9. I think this would be an 8-iron as well. Yeah, it's a 7-iron for you. And final chance for a brand new BMW this week. Good tee shot for Hei-ran. That beautiful hole-in-one prize will go unclaimed this week at the Pinks Golf Club. As the crowd start to pack the grandstands at the back of the 18th hole, the champion in waiting, Lee So-Mi, marches down the hill at the 17th with a 20-foot birdie opportunity to come. A couple moments ago, this was Jung Yoon-ji for a closing 3 to post 12 under par for the week. Lovely way to finish the championship for Jeong Eun-ji. She sits in a share of 5th with Kim Soo-ji at 12 under. A great week's work for the 21-year-old who celebrates her birthday in a couple of weeks' time. But it's Lee So-mi marching towards a 6th KLPGA Tour title. She leads by 3 over Jung-eun Lee 6. Going up 158 to this right pin position. In the middle of the green will do. Oh, and that one leaking a little right. Finds that deep greenside trap. To a fellow competitor at 13 under par, Park Hyun-kil. Bit of moisture in that grip, so she's holding it down. Figure this championship, he pretty much settled already, but there was the incident of a fair amount of cash between the other top finishers. Right now, Hyun-kil and Ga-young tied for 3rd. About 52 million won. Seoul in 3rd. He pays 64 million won. So about 12,000 US dollars up for grabs here. That's a sensible shot to the heart of the green for Park Hyun-kil with Lee Ga-young in the green side bunker. We saw Hyun-kil demonstrate some very good technique from a similar position in the penultimate group. Lee 6 with pretty much the exact same shot. Open up that club face. Throw that right. I feel like that right hand's cutting underneath the ball. Gets it up nice and quick. A lot shorter than Hyun-kil, so it's just gonna release on a little further. Not bad. Kim Soo-ji. No bogeys on the scorecard today, and only one red number through 17 holes. Just in the rough. Below her feet, we need to look at the left edge of the green. He likes it. I think we like it too. Very nice shot indeed for Kim Soo-ji. A chance to end her round on a high note. Well, that would sneak her up to 13 under par. So-mi, downhill look for a birdie at the 17th hole. Again, as a tournament leader, these downhill putts, gentle downhill putts anyway, not too bad. You don't have to worry about the ball getting to the hole. Just start it on line, let gravity and the slope do the rest. If it doesn't go in, just kicking pars like that makes it very tough to catch you. One hole left to play for Lee So-mi. LPGA Tour title number 6, surely just moments away. KLPGA Tour going to stay on Jeju Island next week. Just roll over to Elysian Jeju for the S Oil Championship, another 800 million Korean won 72-hole event. Yoo Ran will have another crack at a second win of the year. Picked up 3 titles last year to this 21-year-old after what was a very poor start to the season. This for birdie to get to 12 under. Not to be. Can't quite tell what the line looks like for Guyang here on 18. Must have been a pretty poor one. She, like Hayran, just leaking oil over the closing couple of holes. And Lee 6 with his 5-footer for another great par save. Made a bunch of these on the back nine. Not going to make one here on 17. And Lee So-mi is going to take a 4-shot cushion up the 72nd hole. Right now, 3-way tie for second drop shot of the afternoon. Puts Lee 6 at where she began Sunday, 13 under par. It's a par for Yoo Ran. 2 over par in the final group on Sunday. Not usually going to get the job done. Guyang, 4th shot into this 18th for her par. And that one needs to hurry along, and oh dear. If that one doesn't go, it's going to be another double bogey. And faced with the possibility of making 7 birdies in a round and not cutting around in the 60s. So back down on the tee, 374 meters away from KLPGA Tour title number 6. Why not do it in style? Absolutely bisects the fairway at the 72nd hole. Another brilliant tee shot from Lee So-mi. Beautiful closing hole at the West Course at Pink's Country Club. For 18, wide target off the tee that does narrow up slightly where some of the longer hitters will hit their tee shots, but generally this fairway slopes from left to right. A couple of bunkers guard it. One on the left must be avoided if you are going to stray offline. The bunker on the right, not too bad, with a very low lip, should be able to get plenty of loft on it to get up to this slightly elevated green, guarded by a creek shot, which again shouldn't come into play for these players, and one deep bunker on the right hand side. The pin for this final round, 25 from the front and just 9 from the right. Hayran. just putting her off. Steps back, refocuses. And in this 72nd tee, it's solo 7th at 11 under. It's just leaking a fraction, is it? Gets a nice break. And it's going to finish pretty much teed up in the first cut of rough. That's okay for you, Ron.
Good. Good.
D6. Again, talk about the money up for grabs. I can do some quick calculations. Three-way tie for third. It's going to pay approximately... Three-way tie for second, excuse me, approximately 70 million odd won. Solo second, 88 million. So a birdie at the 72nd hole worth about $18,000. Just giving herself a chance. Good tee shot there. Same equation for Hyun Kyung as one of those three players at 13 under. He's left a righter to end the week at 14. It's going to hang a hard right. It's not going to. And well, the wait for a win this year will go on for Park Hyun Kyung with only 4 events to play. She gave it a great run this week at Pinks, which is going to come up just short. Suji, as good as she's golfed today, to only be 1 under par. It would only be fair if this one went in for a closing birdie. Not much in this, if anything, just inside left lip. Sums up the weekend for Kim Soo-ji. Unable to get anything going. Bogey free yesterday. If that one goes in, it's going to be bogey free today, but only 4 under par in those 2 rounds. Certainly deserve better. Now Kai Young, a bit of money on the line here to drop only 1 shot. Safely deposited. It's going to be a 3-way tie for 4th to end for Lee Ga-young, dropping 3 shots in her last 3 holes. It's going to be expensive, but another solid week for Lee Ga-young and the KLPGA Tour. Suji to polish up for her par. Wonderful stuff for Kim Soo-ji. Bogey-free round of golf today. Her only drop shot this week coming on the 13th hole on Thursday. 1 bogey in 4 rounds for one of the real superstars on the KLPGA Tour. Hyun Kyung. That should be a formality. $70, $67, $67 in a Sunday 71 for Park Hyun Kyung to share second. For the moment, she ends the week on 13 under par. Another close call for Hyun Kyung. in the Lee So-mi show all weekend long. So 3 golfers left on the golf course. Lee So-mi, Jung Lee 6, and Yu Run. Lee 6 will be first to play into this 18th, in between clubs here. Drop shot from Lee Ga-young. Difference between a two-way tie for second and solo second. 76 million won, 88 million won, so 12 million won difference. Start setting these little goals for yourself to keep you motivated when the championship's out of your grasp. Breeze is helping just a fraction and coming off the left-hand side. It does set up nicely to try and challenge this pin. To the left edge of that grandstand, just try and float it on the breeze. This back location. The one place you really can't afford to go is right into a bunker that gobbled up Lee Ga-young's ball. Dead aim here with a 7-iron. Oh my goodness. That is the worst iron shot she has hit maybe in her career. That was just a straight old clunker. I said that water wasn't going to come into play. And it's in play now for Lee 6. Keep your concentration, So-mi. It's not what you wanted to see, but anything on dry land will do. She's doing the sensible thing and looking at the left edge of the green. Well, she could do it in some style here. That's another excellent iron shot from Lee So-mi. She can definitely enjoy the walk up this 72nd hole now. Championship in hand. Tournament scoring record in her back pocket as well. That was previously set by Choi Hye-jin back in 2019. 15 under, 17 under with a look to get to 18. Now, Hye-ran. Played, good smart shot, taking all the trouble out of the equation there. She knows this is one that definitely got away from her. It's in with a shout. Tied the lead through 5 holes. And now back in 7th place. Full credit to Lee So-mi. She got out there and earned it. Had to bounce back after a really rocky start as we have a look at that second shot once again. Birdied her opening hole, gave up 3 drop shots in the next 5, and to respond in the fashion that she did, with 5 birdies in her next 6, so easily could have been 6 in a row, put her into a position where she was forcing the hand of the chasing pack. Started to make mistakes, and So-mi could just afford to par her way home. 6, and the rules official just working out where her ball last crossed the margin of the penalty area. So from that point, she will be allowed to go as far back as she wants along that line. Drop and play her 4th shot. Monster-sized divot, maybe wasn't a shank, surely. That would have gone in at almost a right angle. Regardless, it was an awful shot. And this could hand a lot of money to Park Hyun Kyung. Think about the likes of Jung Yoon Ji, Kim Soo Ji, and Lee Ga Young. They say every shot in golf makes someone happy. And unfortunately, Jung Eun Lee's six's second shot into the 72nd hole is going to make a host of people happy. None of them named Jung Eun Lee. So an up and down. Give her a bogey and what would be a four-way share of third. And if she doesn't, she could very well finish outside the top five after being tied for second for so much of this back nine. That's the hardest shot to hit, is the one after a terrible one. Keep your focus here. Done, but too much spin. It's going to feed away from the hole. Oh dear, what a horrible way to finish for Jung Eun Lee's six. He was looking to get back in the winner's circle for the first time since the 2019 US Women's Open. Lee So-mi just proving to be too good, too resilient, and too solid on this Sunday afternoon at Pink's. Ended last season 6th on the money list with 11 top 10 finishes, 8 top 5s and 2 victories.
한국 여자 프로골프 협회가 주관하는 2022 SK 네트워크 서울경제 레이디스 클래식의 챔피언조가 최종 라운드 마지막 홀 그린에 입장하고 있습니다. 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다.
One cut missed for Lee. That was
먼저
at the
롯데
Daibo House G
렌터카
Open.
여자 오픈 2위,
Certainly
하나금융
nowhere
챔피언십
near as many
4위는
top
꾸준히
10s
상위권 성적으로
she had last
상금순위
season.
14위를 기록하고 있는 SBI
The best
저축은행
finish
소속의 이소미
just
선수입니다.
down the road at Lotte Sky Hill in defense of the Lotte Rent-A-Car Ladies Open title. Did finish 5th at the Lotte Championship in Hawaii on the LPGA Tour, won by Kim Hyo-joo.
4위 다올 금융그룹 소속의 유혜란 선수입니다.
She's only had one top 10 in her last 9
계속해서
starts.
2019년 LPGA
That
위민스
was a
오픈에서
fourth
우승을
place
차지했고
finish.
오랜만에 국내 대회에 출전한
Best
대방건설
in
소속의
Cheongna,
이정은
Kim
식스
Soo-ji.
선수입니다.
Bested the strongest field in Korean women's golf at the Hana Financial Group Championship, en route to a second straight win. And for So-mi, it's a long time coming to collect title number 6. A supremely talented golfer, just doesn't make too many mistakes. And for Yoo Hae-ran, and Rue, that poor decision back on the 6th. A couple of late bogeys on 12, 14 and 16, but a chance to end on a high note and perhaps grab a share of third with a birdie here on the 18th. It was a great effort. Very disappointing Sunday 74 for Yoo Hae-ran. She'll end the week at 11 under par. 6. She sizes this one up. I can get my calculator working and tell you exactly how much money that shank cost her. Again, 76 million for share, a two-way share of second. If this one drops in, it's going to be a four-way tie for fourth. And that pays out approximately 13 million won. So it could be a $40,000 mistake, and if she misses this, it's going to be even more than that. And painful way to end what was otherwise such a stellar week from the former US Women's Open champion. Lee So-mi to set the new tournament scoring record at 18 under par. Just miss Lee Six's marker to the right. He's been tumbling into the front edge to finish things off in style. Lee So-mi, your winner this week at the SK Network Seoul Economic Women's Classic. A resounding performance on Sunday. 7 birdies, a round of 68, and a new tournament scoring record at 18 under par. German Lee Six for a double bogey at the 72nd hole. That would leave her in a share of 6th with Yoo-Hae Ran. Bogey double finish. 50 million won lost on that final hole for Lee Six, just outside of the top 5. But Lee So-mi, well, she can celebrate now. She's picked up her 6th KLPGA Tour title, her 2nd win on the island of Jeju. And in a couple of moments, she's going to be banking 144 million Korean won as our champion this year at the SK Network Seoul Economic Women's Classic. Joins an illustrious list that includes Choi Hye-jin, Jang Hana, Kim Hyo-ju, and Ji Ai-shin. The moment the wait finally ended in 2022 for Lee So-mi. She's done it in style. She had to dig deep after 6 holes, but she's played her last 12 in 6 under par to claim a 5-shot margin of victory in her 6th win in an already impressive career for the 23-year-old Lee So-mi. She'll go through the formalities of signing and checking that scorecard, and we'll return for more highlights and the prize presentation from Pinks in just a couple of moments. Congratulations, Lee So-mi.
여러분 363874 맞으세요? 첼리가 들어와 있어요. 이제 빠졌어요. 방금 전까지 들어와 있어요. 마지막에 이거 맞죠?
왜 빼고 어디로 가? 우리 사진 찍어야 돼. 아마도.
시간이 다 남으셨어요. 사진까지. 이거 붙어요?
고객님 353368 맞으시죠?
네.
수고하셨습니다.
수고하셨습니다.
네. 이쪽으로 가봅니다. 잘했어요. 너 요거 하나만 축하합니다. 요거만 그냥 포장
네.
방송하고
네.
So a hugely deserved win for Lee So-mi, a commanding 5-shot margin of victory when the dust settled on Sunday. Let's show you how things transpired in this final round at Pink's Golf Club. And on the very first hole, the overnight solo leader signaled her intent with an absolute dart into this opening hole. A simple tap-in birdie would move her 2 shots clear, and it was a sign of things to come for Lee So-mi. But at the second hole, well, Lee Guy-young fancied a second win on the KLPGA Tour after getting her first a fortnight ago. A long-range birdie putt, finding the bottom of the cup for Lee Guy-young. That took her to 11 under par. Third, Lee So-mi, after a bogey at the second hole, played an absolute gem into the third. Unfortunately, that putt wouldn't drop, but the iron game was working well for So-mi early doors. And then at the fourth, Jung-min Lee 6, after a trio of pars to start the day, opened her account for the afternoon, walking that birdie putt in to move her into a share of the lead with So-mi. Then at the 6th, Lee Guy-young would find a third birdie of her first 6 holes. Birdies at 2, 4, and that at 6. With Lee Guy-young within 1. There were some struggles for So-mi. Drop shots at 5 and 6, giving hope to the chasing pack, but this is where she really started to keep her foot on the gas pedal. An absolute laser-like approach into the 7th. That would yield a much-needed birdie to take Lee So-mi into a share of the lead at 13 under par. Then at the 8th, she would continue to press her advantage. Good iron shot setting up this 15-footer. Confidently rolled into the middle of the cup. So-mi took the outright lead once again at 14 under. She wasn't done there. Nifty little wedge work on the 9th, setting up a third birdie in a row to take Lee So-mi out in 35 strokes. That got her to 15 under par for the championship. Lee 6 dropped a shot at the 6, but hold this curling left to right slider to go out in 35 as well, and just give So-mi something to think about. That temporarily tied her with So-mi at 14 under. So-mi still had yet to putt at that point in time. Still wasn't the easiest of putts, had a lot of swing in it. And having a free line read from Lee 6 and just enough pace to hold its line. And So-mi would hit the front by 1 with 9 to play. Hit the back 9, and Guy-young would continue to start running in birdies. That a 5th of the afternoon to take her to 4 under for the day, and within 1 of So-mi's target. At the 12th, Park Hyun-kyung would start to try to make a bit of a run. This was her third and unfortunately final birdie of the afternoon, temporarily taking her to 14 under and within 1 back. She She would sign for a 71 to end her week at 13 under par. Somi so close to chipping in to keep the birdie run alive at 10. It was only a par, but back amongst the red numbers at the 11th. Just enough pace to creep in the front edge of the cup. And that gave her a 2-shot cushion. And then at the 12th, well, it's just unfair when you're swinging it this well and you're leading by 2. A pitching wedge that never left the target for Lee So-mi. Bang on line. And a kick-in birdie to take Lee So-mi to 17 under par. And at 14, Guy Young, after missing a tiddler at the 13th, got that shot back immediately. A great birdie, which moved her to 15 under and within 2 of So-mi's target, but a really poor finish for Lee Guy-young. Cost her a lot of cash. The one place you can't go on 16 is left. This was left of left. A ball into the boondai after clattering off the cart path. That would lead to a double bogey 7 and effectively end the chances of Lee Guy-young. Provisional ball put into play. That was a bogey putt. That was her race run for the week. And at the 18th, Lee So-mi would finish things off in style. The 7th birdie of the final round, a 4th successive round in the 60s, the new scoring record at 18 under par, and a 5-shot margin of victory for a 6th KLPGA Tour title. Lee So-mi, your winner this week at the SK Network's Seoul Economic Women's Classic. Let's head down to the prize presentation.
에 대한 시상입니다. 시상은 김순미 수석 부회장님께서 해주시겠습니다. SK 네트워크스 서울경제 레이디스 클래식의 아마추어 1위는 4라운드 토탈 282타 6언더파를 기록한 양효진 선수입니다. 네, 양효진 선수 앞으로 나와주시죠. 네, 축하 인사를 나누고 계십니다. 김순미 수석 부회장님께서 트로피와 꽃다발을 전달해 주시도록 하겠습니다. 네, 그럼 정면을 향해서 기념 촬영을 하도록 하겠습니다.
고맙습니다. 네, 하나, 둘. 네, 감사합니다.
양효진 선수 다시 한번 축하드립니다. 이제 대망의 우승자 시상을 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 2022 SK 네트워크스 서울경제 레이디스 클래식 우승자는 1라운드 68타, 2라운드 67타, 3라운드 67타, 4라운드 68타, 토탈 270타, 18언더파로 최고의 기량을 보여준 선수죠. SBI 저축은행 소속의 이소미 선수입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 여러분 이소미 선수를 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 자, 이소미 선수에게는 먼저 강석현 대표이사 사장님께서 우승 자켓을 입혀주시도록 하겠습니다. 우승 자켓을 입은 다음에 함께 기념 촬영을 하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 앞에 카메라 봐주시기 바랍니다.
감사합니다.
고맙습니다. 다음은 이종환 대표이사 부회장님께서 우승 트로피를 전달해 주시겠습니다. 역시나 우승 트로피를 전달 후에는 기념 촬영을 갖도록 하겠습니다.
자, 앞에 보세요. 네. 감사합니다.
계속해서 이종환 대표이사 부회장님과 강석현 대표이사 사장님께서 공동으로 상금 1억 4,400만 원의 시상수표를 전달해 주시도록 하겠습니다. 역시나 기념 촬영은 함께 갖도록 하겠습니다. 네, 이번에는 강춘자 대표이사님께서 꽃목걸이를 수여해 주시도록 하겠습니다. 역시나 꽃목걸이 수여 후에는 함께 기념 촬영을 갖도록 하겠습니다.
자, 앞에 보세요. 네, 잘하셨습니다.
다음은 우승자 부상 시상이 있겠습니다. 이종환 대표이사 부회장님께서 1,000만 원 상당의 템퍼 매트리스와 모션 베드를 시상하도록 하겠습니다. 역시나 함께 사진 촬영을 하도록 하고요. 더불어서 나라셀라에서 협찬해주신 고급 와인도 별도로 추후에.
So that wraps it up for our coverage this week at the SK Network Seoul Economic Ladies Classic from the beautiful Pink's Golf Club on Jeju Island. Lee So-mi, a winner for the 6th time in her KLPGA Tour career and a first time in 2022. We do hope you've enjoyed the last 4 days as much as we have. Stick around on the KLPGA Tour next week. We'll keep the Jeju theme going for our fortnight in paradise for the S-Oil Championship at Elysian Jeju. So much to look forward to over the closing 4 events of what has already been a stunning 2022 season. But until then, this is Timothy Lowe saying have a wonderful Sunday evening, take care, and we'll see you next time on the KLPGA Tour. Bye-bye for now.